Hello everyone. I know, coming on here, another impromptu live video. I wanted to do a training on taking ownership of your business. The best thing to do is that it is not up to anyone else to grow it. It is up to you to build that business and to learn those skills. You need to remember that you are the biggest asset. So no matter where you're plopped into, no matter where you are in the world, no matter what company you're in, you are your biggest asset. Learn everything and grow your mind and grow your skills. So the greatest thing to do is still align and get to know the company. Hello, Ashley. Hello. Say hi as you're hopping on, and say replay for catching the replay, because I know this is late on the East Coast for anyone. Hey! All right, so I want to talk about making sure that you align with the company and the brand. I am going to be talking a little bit more generic because I'm also recording so that I can try to make sure I grow also on some other platforms. So you want to be aligning yourself with the company. Know why they started. Do you know why we started? We have an amazing mission. Make sure you get to know the corporate staff. Get to know like who the founder is and their stories. Get to know why this company started and really learn products. Especially if you're new, this is going to take you a while. But the biggest thing is at least have a brief understanding about all the products that we have. Know what kind of line you have, what kind of colors, shades, products, categories. Make sure you know enough that if somebody asks, you would be quite confident like, yep, no, we've got something like that, or at least something similar. So making sure you have a general understanding, but then deep dive into some product knowledge. Doesn't mean you know absolutely everything and every ingredient, but you are aware that we have perfume. You're aware that we have, lotion, tanning drops, eye cream, whatever it may be. So if a customer comes to you and asks you a question about like, hey, do you have something that would fix this? You could answer. So you want to make sure that you are educating yourself and aligning with the company and making sure that you're educating yourself so that when somebody asks you, you know all the things and you are confident with what business you're with and confident about what you've just partnered with. Okay, so yeah, make sure you know what products you sell. And this is where you really want to, now if you're public, and I do this all the time, on a live video, in my stories, I will tell you when I don't know what I'm doing. Today, I mess around with some color eyeshadow, which is not something I'm confident on, and I'm going to express that. I'm going to let people know that, hey, I can give you tips and tricks and educate you on how to place eyeshadow for hooded eyelids, but girl, I'm letting you know I am new to, branching out into colored eyeshadow. Now, when it comes into Messenger, I am always going to be the expert, and if somebody has a question that I don't know, instead of responding to them in Messenger, and I get this all the time from other businesses, and I always learn a lot of great things from other businesses, so watch when you have those conversations with other people in business. When somebody goes, oh, I don't know, and then I'm just, okay, so I'm just sitting here waiting. And then they'll send me like 20 different photos on all the info. Or they go, I don't know, here's my link, you can go look. No, you are the business owner. I want you to take ownership of it. If it's something you don't know, like a brand new product that's launching, go figure out the information and be the one that relays it. You need to be the asset. You need to be the resource to all that information. So if it's in like I said, if it's public, if you're in person, and just say like, hey, look, honestly, I don't have that answer, but I can look it up right now. So you're getting a phone call. Hopefully that's not too important. Can you guys still hear me? Drop in the comments if you can hear me, because I know sometimes when you get a phone call that throws off the sounds. I just want to make sure you guys can still hear me. I want you to make sure that you are taking, like I said, ownership. And if you don't know it, it's okay. Say like, here, I'll get it up for you right now. I do that all the time. When people ask, okay, perfect, awesome, thank you so much. When it's in person, I don't know, I'm going to look it up, I'm going to find it, and then I'm going to tell them, I'm going to write it out, and I'm going to show them the resource. It is my biggest pet peeve when somebody just throws their link at me, and I'm like, I don't know your website, you want me to navigate it? So bring value and let it come from them, and then you can use things to back it up. So using the links and say like, hey, here's the, top ingredients, here's what I think would be best for your skin, here's, and then you can back it up with like, here's a link to my website. But don't just send the website. My biggest thing is like, go to whatever product they want and send that. So when they open up the page, they're not searching. It's right there. There's the fact sheet, there's ingredients, whatever it may be. So you want to make sure that you're delivering the info and you're the resource. Now, I also go into making sure that you build your brand alongside this. There's the two things where you got to have that balance. You don't want to just be Am I still there? Like, what? Something just said my comment disagreed with company guidelines or community guidelines. So I guess something with, with Facebook. I don't know what I commented. So sorry about that. I don't know. My phone is just giving me all the notifications. So you want to be a balance of building the brand with your company, knowing what brand they have built while building your own. Because you don't just want to be a company robot. You want to have that information. You want to be able to answer questions. You want to be able to align with all their stuff, but you also want to be building your brand. Find what works for you. Do you talk about the foundation a lot? Do you talk about, makeup skills? Do you talk more about skincare? Are you fun and loud? Like, actually know who you are as a person and what you want out there. Are you somebody who wants to be a leader and brings lots of business information? Are you somebody who's introverted? Like, you can use that as part of your brand. Are you somebody who's loud and extra and big and fun? I'm not saying that introverted you can't also be fun, but find what your personality is. A really good tip, if you haven't already done this, is make a post and ask your friends and family, say, when you think of me, what 3 things do you think of? And you would be shocked because I was like, oh my gosh, they're all going to say I'm a dog mom. They're going to say like I'm makeup whatever, blah, blah, blah. And that was, none of them ever listed any of that. I'm like, oh wow, okay. So your audience sees you differently. Now, you either want to continue with what they just said and be like, okay, that's what they think of. They come to me for motivation and inspiration. Or if they're saying things that you're like, I don't want that part of my brand, I need to start changing what my brand looks like. Drop below, what are some of the top things that when you think of like sports, what brands do you think of? What is something that like stands out? What is their like motto? You know that, okay, they got quality. They've got, integrity. They're going to show up. This is what they built. Now, a really good example is like Michael Jordan with Nike. He like is built, there's like the shoe and company brand, but then there's also him as a brand. And so building that together, finding that balance between educating and using a lot of like, I will show off like a product, but then I'm making sure that I'm talking about it, my benefits, why I like it, what is really good about it, and really owning it. This is maybe my pet peeve, maybe it's not for you, but I personally don't like when people go, I had this today, when a lady, I asked her a question about a product, she's like, I don't know, I can see if they have it. Well, 1, she didn't feel all that confident. 2, you're going to see if they can have it or is it your business. I get that it's a direct sales company or it's a network marketing company and it's their products, but like that just made it sound like, okay, it's all on them. I don't know, I'll see if they have it. No, I'm like, I have in my business this, and this. Here you go, which do you like, or we can find you something different. The amount of time it took her to respond to my comment, she could have gone, looked up the things that I wanted, and then go saying like, hey, this is what I have. Just from her wording alone makes me feel like, okay, so like you're not building your brand, you're not building your company, you're not building your business, and you don't really know what products you have. Like, and I asked a very generic one. I asked if like they had something in pink. And I was like, you should know at least like you don't know if you have anything in pink. Like I didn't even get like super specific. I was like, I just want something, pink for my office. And so make sure that like, especially for that, like you could answer, but like I really saying like, no, it's my business and I'm going to help you. I have a 14-day money back guarantee. I'm going to help you with your return. I'm going to help you with customer service and showing up and being confident and saying like, this is my business. Now, again, don't hide because you want this balance. I don't want to have to scroll and be like, I don't know what company she's in. Like, I don't even know you're in a company and I don't even know what company. So I make sure that you can see some of the stuff, and when I'm putting it on, you can tell I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about the unique foundation. I'm going to talk about all the stuff. Like everybody knows, like unique, but I'm not showing like graphic, you know, this is the company's brand, this is the company's brand, this is the company's brand. Like, it is such a huge pet peeve of mine. Nobody knows when it's a white photo with, you know, a product bottle. Corporate does an amazing job of creating, you know, beautiful graphics, information stuff that is great for us to learn to digest, to be like, okay, that's what it looks like. These are the colors. This is all the information. They write out a really good fact sheet, but people are going to buy your energy over buying the product. And this is a tip that I just got. I have paid for Fraser Brooks training for the next year. And I asked him specifically, I was like, how do I bring the excitement for collagen with all, like, okay, I have the excitement with this launch as much as I did when I first joined this business, but I have a lot more knowledge because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. Looking back, it is my 2-year anniversary, and so I'm getting photos coming back right now, and I'm like, and I sold stuff. Oh my gosh, my dogs are pushing my office door open. 1 second. So I asked him, like, okay, how do I sell without just bombarding selling? And he said, honest truth, your excitement about the product is going to sell way more than any facts. You then can go into Messenger and give the facts without word vomiting, only answer their question, give them a like top 3, like these are the 3 reasons why I think this is going to be amazing, and then let them ask questions, and then you answer. But yes, excitement is contagious. Like, have you ever seen like when somebody is just so happy and excited? Like, have you ever bought something before from it? Like, I don't know, I watch when somebody is like just like happy, you're like, I don't care, I'll buy it, that looks so much fun. You want to support people. And so really like building that excitement. So that was something I just, it's total side note that isn't in here, but build your brand based on you and your version of excitement. So is your version of excitement like I stand up and I dance, or is it like I'm on the couch and I'm like, I'm writing up my numbers. Like, I'm so excited. Like, I've done both. I've literally gone up and danced about this college, and then I'm sitting down writing the numbers of like, okay, what do I need to hit the top of the company? What do I need? Yeah, the voice messages make a big difference because then it shows your voice and your excitement instead of just texting the word like, yay, I can't wait for this to come. You're like, oh, okay. Like, they don't care about the facts as much. Then you go into Messenger and you bring that information. Now, I know we don't have a ton of information, or we haven't absorbed it all yet for the collagen, but that specifically, like, literally go, okay, I'm going to quickly look it up. Or send like, here's all the information. I've had 1 or 2 times where somebody was like, okay, I would really like to like do more research on my own time or look it up. Then I'll send a link. We've got a really good one floating around that has like a little bit more info that they can go through. Still short, easy, digestible information. But it's not just like sending them to the website and like hope they find it. So I'm giving them all the information that I can, walking them through it, and then closing that sale. So asking them, like, would you like to grab it? Or walking them through, answering everything. Okay, can I get you on my pre-order list? But that is everything I have right now. It's going to keep it kind of short. I will be hopping back on another day with some more training. So if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Even if you're catching the replay, I will come back and check them out. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it. Have a good night. Never will.